All right, well, my name is Jaron Kojo, first year student in SGU. All right, guys, we're coming to the final scenario of our podcast. Why feel like laughing?
I have no clue.
I have no idea.
I have no
But,
idea.
This was the scenario. I think as Grenadians, we might be able to relate to that scenario, but I don't know much about it. But okay, scenario 4. Tanya steals life-saving medicine for a sick child because she can't afford it, and help will arrive late.
So you're trying to say he does thief?
I never say Grenadians as thief
Yeah, but why did you say that was?
because
Okay.
Grenadians as thief. Anyway,
Wow. Okay. Okay.
I got start off real strong with this one.
All right, bro. All right, bro.
Strong and firm.
All right, bro. Again, the views and opinions of the panel. This is not necessarily the views and the opinions of
exactly.
terms and conditions apply.
So, from a social contract theory perspective, breaking the law violates agreements that keep society functioning. If we were to say, okay, I know most of the population, well, a good bit of the population in Grenada is not as,
Financially able.
yeah, I'll try to put it in a nice way.
Yeah, I mean that's the only way to
Yeah,
put it though.
but so
We broke.
yeah, we brooks. So we'd be more, inclined to get things by different means.
Any means necessary.
But if we were to standardize this for our whole society, we eventually will decline, and stores will go bankrupt, places will have to shut down. And I don't think anyone will want to live in here. Tourism is the biggest thing, right? Why would they want to go to a country that steals just because they don't have it? She did say that help wouldn't arrive in time, but at that point, I don't know. We can't standardize stealing just because it will benefit you in a better way. And that's my strong opinion on that.
So listen. So I'm going to talk about virtue ethics here for a moment, right? But again, I'm going to share a lot of my own views about this, right? It's somewhat aligned, but still, No, so virtue ethics mainly says that about rules and talks about rules and consequences. And it's about character. I remember Jaron was really on Maria's case earlier about being virtuous, right?
Maria.
And then the question is asked, so what type of person is Tanya, right? Because of what she did. And I would say Tanya is a loving, compassionate, and courageous person. I would say that. But for right, because those terms are actually virtue words, right? Yeah, those. But I can explain why, because I mean Tanya didn't want to see her loved one die. It seemed like that was the only option, because remember, the scenario says that life saving efforts was going to be too late.
Right.
So there was like no other choice. You understand?
Yeah.
So I mean, the fact, in my opinion, I think Tanya was justified. Well, I wouldn't say justified. I would rather say that it's an understandable move.
I'm going to do Kantianism.
Okay.
Yeah, and the Kantian perspective says that Tanya is morally wrong. And that is because stealing violates the universal moral rule, right?
Similar to social contract.
Yeah.
Right. And Kantianism says that actions are right or wrong based on principles, not on the consequences. So what is the principle of stealing?
Stealing is wrong.
Stealing is wrong.
It's wrong,
No matter
isn't
how
it?
you take it, stealing wrong.
Wrong.
No matter what she do it for,
Still
or what would be the outcome of her stealing, still wrong.
I would suggest a different way of thinking. Like, why can't we let the person themselves determine what they're doing is right or wrong? My ethical theory is relativism, and it's a subjective ethical theory. And it's, again, like that. I get to determine what's right or what's wrong. No one has to determine that for me. Truth is what I want it to be. And so in this case for Talia, maybe what she did, she thought that it was right. Maybe she thought that it was wrong. But she is the one who gets to determine that.